Unit 7 Art and Design. Learning objectives, eliciting skills and for opinions. Distinguish fact from opinion by pronunciation, stress, and word families. Stress and hedging language, stress and hedging language for debate. Speaking skill language for debate. Activate your knowledge work with a partner. Discuss the questions. 1. Do you think the sculpture in this photo is art? Why or why not? 2. What do you think makes something art? 3. What kind of art is popular in your country? What kind of art do you like? Reading Jen Lewin's light and sound installations. Technology has been part of art since the beginning of art, whether it was, the advent of charcoal to draw on a cave wall or paint. I come into here, this is a new project, and it's really about combining the old and the new. It's going to be 5 different giant lights, and they use aluminum frames and old Edison bulb. Jen Lewin is an interactive new media artist. She does create computer-mediated artworks that involve the viewer. She works with sound and light and encouraging the viewer to move around and activate parts of the artwork. These are interactive platforms that are part of my pool sculpture, and they're meant to be jumped on and played on, and you step on them and you step on them, and they light up and project and send video messages to the other platforms, and you can create beautiful swirls of light and color. What is art? What is technology? What is craft? That's an elusive question. I think if you go back to the most ancient roots of art, whether you go back to cave paintings, which existed in many different parts of the world, it was about the image that might have been represented, but it was also about the space and the light in which you were perceiving those images. It's not surprising that this idea of interactive art with large groups of people is happening at a time when there's so much social media. We look at the internet, suddenly there's all these examples of the web being used to connect groups of people and to bring them together. And in my work, I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to bring 100 people together into a space to play with the sculpture with a sculptor out. Our architecture and technologies of light, technologies of construction, etc., were combined to create total environments. So I think a lot of new media artists are returning to that idea. Listening Lydia and Barry.
Hey, Barry, did you see that new sculpture that is on display?
Where?
Downtown. It's in the middle of that traffic circle in front of the city library.
Oh yeah, I drove by that the other day. Is it part of a citywide project?
I don't think so. I think it's the only outdoor piece in town. It was paid for by the City Art Museum. They picked the perfect spot for it because thousands of lucky people can see it every day.
Yeah, I guess it is in a high traffic area. So what to think of it?
I think it's wonderful. It was made by Angela Jones. She's a very well-known artist and recently had a large exhibition in Central Park in New York. I think it's great we could get someone of her caliber to show artwork in our town.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess.
What do you think of the sculpture?
Well, I like that the artist expressed her creativity. Every artist has the right to do that.
But do you like it?
I mean, I appreciate it. I guess she's talented.
You know, she used to be a nurse, and she finds her inspiration in the work she used to do in a hospital.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she's exploring the idea of people helping people and of healing. Contemporary art can be very difficult to understand, especially when it's a form of self-expression. But I think her piece is intended to ask the viewer questions.
Like what?
I think she wants us to ask ourselves why it's important to help others and how that makes us heal.
I'm not sure that's how I'd interpret it.
What do you think it means?
To be honest, I didn't really analyze it all that much. I didn't really focus on it as I was driving by.
I see. We can go see more of her work if you want. Some of her smaller sculptures are on display inside the train station.
Yeah, well, maybe I...
Hey, you never really did tell me what you thought about the sculpture.
Like I said, I can appreciate the hard work.
But do you like it?
No, not really.
Listen to the conversation and complete the sentences. Put the given words into the correct sentence. The correct answer, vocabulary, sculpture, and the art of making three-dimensional representative or abstract forms, especially by carving stone or wood or by casting metal or plaster. Perspective, NATU, the way you think about something. Charcoal, NAGA, hard, black substance similar to coal that can be used as fuel or to draw with. Artwork, NIAGU, object made by an artist, such as a picture or statue. Swirl, NHEA, twisting, circular shape. Elusive, AJ, difficult to describe, find, achieve, or remember. Technology has been part of art since the beginning of art, whether it was, the advent of charcoal to draw on a cave wall or paint. I come into here, this is a new project, and it's really about combining the old and the new. It's going to be 5e different giant lights, and they use aluminum frames and old Edison bulb. Characteristic and HUA feature or quality belonging typically to a person, place, or thing and serving to identify it. Encourage, give support, confidence, or hope to someone. Light up, VRV, become bright on account of a light being shown or switched on, become illuminated. Networked, VA connect as or operate with a network. Perspective, the art of drawing solid objects on a two-dimensional surface so as to give the right impression of their height, width, depth, and position in relation to each other when viewed from a particular point. Remove take something away or off from the position occupied. Self-expression and, the expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideas, especially in writing, art, music, or dance. Composition and the nature of something's ingredients or constituents, the way in which a whole or mixture is made up. Criticism and the expression of disapproval of someone or something based on perceived faults or mistakes. Identity, NA, the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. Comment, NL, analyze, VA, to study something in a systematic and careful way. Appreciate, VU, HEO, to recognize how good or useful something is. Networked, VA connect as or operate with a network. Focus on PRV, to give a lot of attention to one particular person. Interpret, DL, to describe the meaning of something, often after having examined it in order to do so. Reject, VI, to refuse to accept or believe something. Restore, EV, to return something to an earlier condition. Reveal, VIT, to show something that was previously hidden or secret. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.